Hey, we are back. That is Electric Chair by George Dennis. Should be on a little later. Hope you enjoyed that cut. Hey, by the way, FAMU Rattlers lost their homecoming game. I don't even know who they played, but they lost. That's a horrible thing. How do you lose your homecoming game? Don't you play like somebody that's in high school or something like that? Anyway, and I heard the band pretty well, so that's all I got. Hey, listen, this guest, who is also my next guest, is a commissioned fighter pilot who served in Vietnam and flew over 200 combat missions and lived to tell about it. His book, No Reasons for Dying, deals with how he overcame war and conquered his personal battles. Please welcome to our show, Mr. Brian Settles. Brother Settles, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, Brother Garrison. I appreciate being on as a guest. Looking forward to a candid chat.
Oh, absolutely. Like so many of the authors, you know, we had on the conversation, I met you at the book festival in downtown Decatur, and I got a chance to hear your story, and instantly I knew I wanted to have you on the show. What a powerful story, and we're going to jump into a lot of that today, but just again, hats off to you for your project that you've completed, this memoir. And my first question is, for those who have not had the opportunity to listen to your past journey, you faced a huge hurdle from the very beginning at birth in Nebraska. Do you mind talking a little bit about that?
Well, absolutely. One of the things in writing No Reason for Dying, a reluctant combat pilot's confession of hypocrisy, infidelity, and war, was that I wanted to share with readers how our childhood circumstances can often use us and determine the direction that we go in our lives. And I knew that if I survived the 200 combat missions I flew in the F-4 Phantom Fighter in Vietnam, a very controversial war back there in the late 60s, that I had to write about it. And I have woven a number of themes in addition to just flying the fighter, along with showing how my genesis in a Nebraska orphanage that led me to growing up on the streets of Muncie, Indiana, being biracial, half white and half black, in an all-black setting, gave me a neediness that I was always out to prove that I was good enough. And I have written this book in such a way that readers, both male and female, can look at some parallel examples of experiences that they've had in their younger life that are using them and sometimes have them behave in a way that doesn't reflect who they're really out to be.
Wow. You know, I'm just going to jump a little ahead and ask you, what happened in your childhood that prompted your decision to join the armed service in the first place?
Well, I tell audiences when I'm giving my talks that I actually was already a pilot before I realized I wanted to be one. And, of course, that's not the way to choose your career. But I also go into detail that my first love was basketball. And growing up in the segregated Midwest, I realized at a young age, 12 or 13, that my winning formula was my athletic ability. And I sought to excel in basketball and football, being encouraged by mentors. After my adoptive father, left home when I was 8 years old, I was encouraged to stay strong in school and to continue my athletic development because I was definitely going to get a scholarship to go to college with that athletic ability. But I didn't have a backup plan. And when knee injuries halfway through my high school career and then an unfortunate expulsion from the team as a result of participating in hazing activities, which was a school tradition, my senior year, suddenly I found myself registering late at Ball State University to get a solid undergraduate education. And I was talked into joining ROTC, Air Force ROTC, to be on the drill team. and amazing thing happened. And I tell audiences that your children are who their friends are or who they run around with. And being on that ROTC drill team, we, number one, got promoted ahead of everybody else, and number two, 2/3 of the guys on the drill team wanted to be Air Force pilots. And having this neediness to have something that was bolstering my self-esteem, being an Air Force pilot would have put me on the first team in the Air Force and not sitting on the bench. So it was actually jock mentality that led me to flying airplanes.